The best actor of the last 2 centuries is Johnny Depp's top choice. Johnny Depp is now making headlines for a number of reasons that have nothing to do with his acting prowess. In actuality, only a select few performers have gone as far beyond their craft as Depp. While Depp initially rose to fame as a huge heartthrob, landing parts in Platoon and Cry Baby before becoming well known for his work on Edward Scissorhands, he soon began to focus on exploring the more artistic side of Hollywood, adding works of art to his resume in between box office hits. His favorite actor played a role in shaping it. Depp has enjoyed both critical and commercial success, receiving 11 Golden Globe nominations, along with 3 Academy Award nominations. Depp has a background in music as well as acting. He has participated in a variety of musical ensembles, including the rock supergroup Hollywood Vampires that he co-founded with Joe Perry and Alice Cooper. When Depp was 12 years old, his mother gave him a guitar, and he started performing in several bands. This is when Depp first became interested in music. Nicolas Cage was introduced to Depp by Laurie Ann Allison, who was Depp's wife at the time and a makeup artist. He was encouraged to pursue acting by Cage. Depp would quickly rise to fame as a world icon, taking his films to places on the planet he probably never imagined were conceivable. Despite his most recent scandal involving Amber Heard, Depp's fame and image will endure for a very long time in the fabric of society. The same is true of Marlon Brando, Depp's all-time favorite actor. Along with their common credits in the 1994 film Don Juan de Marco, the pair also have other glaring resemblance. Brando's portrayal of Stanley Kowalski in the movie version of A Streetcar Named Desire, which earned him the moniker the Actor of the Century, would pave the way for a career unlike any other. Compounding matters is his teary-eyed performance of Johnny Strabler in The Wild One, a role he shares with Johnny Depp in Cry Baby. Brando would compile a Hollywood filmography that was full of hits. None achieved the same level of success as his portrayal of Don Corleone in Francis Ford Coppola's empirically superior The Godfather. Just 7 years later, in the role of Colonel Kurtz in Apocalypse Now, Brando would collaborate with the renowned director. Brando would demonstrate during the shooting that he was a singular personality on the acting set, a notoriously private person who would indulge in peculiar methods to perfect his portrayal. With the exception of the notoriously terrible The Island of Dr. Moreau in 1996, Brando didn't star in many notable movies after his breakthrough in Apocalypse Now. He passed away at an early age of 80 in July 2004. Even though Brando was a consummate actor, Depp didn't just name him his favorite performer in a talk with IMDb because of his performances. Marlon Brando is arguably the best actor to have lived in the last 200 years, but his intellect is far more significant than his acting. He examines things based on how he perceives them, without passing judgment. He's just as significant as, who's significant today? Jesus, there are not many. Hawking, Stephen. There are only a few actors that I can think of that I would be fascinated to find out what their thoughts are. Marlon Brando is one of them. Depp said in a previous interview, "He is undoubtedly a fantastic actor, possibly the best, but what fascinates me about Marlon Brando is his mind and his ideas." And once more, while discussing his first encounter with his hero in a subsequent interview, Depp said, "I worshipped him, and I still do." I was in New York and he was in Los Angeles when we spoke on the phone for 3 hours. He invited me to dinner when I returned the following week, and we sat and talked. We connected on many levels, especially the idea that nobody wants to be a novelty. Depp and Brando have a remarkable number of comparable roles, complaints, and eccentricities in common, even though we're not sure if their acting abilities are equal.